Hi everybody, this is Srinivas and this is my first video on PHP. In this video we'll see some basics of PHP, what is PHP, where it is used, what are the advantages of PHP and what are the disadvantages of PHP, and we'll go through all this. After that we'll start some sessions, some practicals on PHP from the next video. In this video we'll see the basic things. Okay, so the full form of PHP is preprocessor hypertext. In earlier days they used to give the full form as personal home page. In earlier days they used to call PHP as personal home page, but now they are renamed and they are giving the full form. They are using the full form of PHP as preprocessor hypertext. Okay, now what is PHP? Frankly speaking, what is PHP? PHP is server-side scripting language. Okay, it is one of the scripting language and it is basically a server-side scripting language. Okay, what is server-side scripting language and what is client-side scripting language? I'll give you a better example of client-side scripting language, that is JavaScript. If you take JavaScript, it is a client-side scripting language. Why it is called as client-side scripting language and why PHP is called as server-side scripting language? Because I will give you one example. Suppose go to internet, go to Google Chrome browser, and in this just type any website, right? Just I'll type some website. Can I type Yahoo or something like that? JavaScript website. Anyway, we have different websites. See, I'll show you this. Of course, they have not used any JavaScript in this website. I'm not sure whether they have used a JavaScript or not. We'll see that. Okay, just go here and click right button of your mouse and see view page source. Okay, my browser is somewhat slow. Anyway, see, we can see all the code here. See, they have used JavaScript here. See, okay, we can able to view all the JavaScript over here. So if I want to build a website, okay, and if I want to use the same feature what yahoo.com has used here, if I am good enough in JavaScript, I can easily read the code here and I can copy or I can manipulate this JavaScript and I can use this same feature in my website, right? Suppose if I have written a code for username and password in JavaScript, okay, and if I kept in my if I kept that code in web browser, in website, somebody may easily view my code and they know my password. How dangerous it is, right? Somebody may view my password because JavaScript is a client-side programming. What is client-side programming exactly means? Whenever a user requests a web page, it executes in web browser. So that's why we can able to see the code in web browser. Not only JavaScript, HTML, everything we can see here, which is dangerous. right? Somebody may use our features, our knowledge, our work simply, right? Which is a dangerous feature. So this is called as client-side programming. Whenever the page executes in your browser, in the user browser, then that is called as client-side programming. Okay, JavaScript is the best example of client-side programming. Now we'll see what is server-side programming. Now we'll take PHP. PHP, we are saying it is a server-side scripting programming. I mean scripting language. Alright. So this JavaScript is a client-side scripting language or programming language, whatever it may be. Alright. Here PHP is a server-side programming language. Whenever user requests a web page, it doesn't execute in the browser. It will go to web server. Okay. Web server intends request to the PHP interpreter. If the web server founds .php extension, then it will gives that page. It will in turn transfer that page to the PHP interpreter. So if your code has any benefits, like if your code includes database, it will go to database. It will, if your code includes file systems, it will go to file systems. If your code includes mail servers, any mail code, then it will go to mail server. So depending upon your code, it will deals with file transfer, file system, database and mail server database. So this PHP interpreter communicates with file system, database and mail server, and it will take the output from these file system, database and mail servers, and it will interpret and it will give to the web server. Now this web server, whatever the output delivered from this web server, that will go to the client side browser. See, so whenever you will see in your browser, you can't able to view PHP code. Alright, so because of that, what is the main benefit? The security. Security is the main benefit of server-side scripting languages, right? So that is the main benefit. So security, whenever you write a password or whenever you write a username as password program, or whenever you write username password code in PHP, right, it is 100% security. Nobody will see your password. Nobody can able to see your password. Nobody able to copy your work. Nobody able to view your code. That's the main benefit, right? So the best example for PHP code is Facebook, which is very much popularly known as Facebook, which everybody is popular about it, right? See, this is, if I go and view page source, we can see HTML script, we can see the JavaScript, but we can't able to see anywhere PHP code, right? That's the main benefit, because it executes our page in the server. So everything is delivered in server, so nothing is visible in our client browser. Of course, Facebook is not only PHP script. They have used many languages, many things in this script. They have used ASP.NET, we have used HTML, they have used scripts, JavaScripts, PHP scripts and some other languages. So every website, every popular website, whatever it may be, if you want to include some features, it may be a combination of different languages, or it may be in one language, but they have written in different combinations. So we don't see damn sure I'm say that they have we can't able to see any PHP code here. Have you seen any PHP code? Nothing. No. So that is what PHP is. Okay, see, here they have used like username and password, and this is written in PHP. So we can't able to view the code related to these username and password or email or password login information. We can't able to view in the view page source. So that's the main benefit of PHP. Why people go for PHP, why people opt for PHP is because of that. So, and one more main benefit of PHP is we can include that PHP in HTML. We can easily embed PHP code in HTML. So HTML is, we know, hypertext markup language, which is easily identified by a browser, and for every website we use that, which is commonly used. So we can easily embed that HTML into the PHP. I mean, we can easily embed PHP code in HTML. That is also very good feature, right? And this PHP delivers dynamic pages. Dynamic means it will execute in server, so the output cannot be viewed to anyone. Even the user cannot be able to view the code. That's the main benefit anyway. So that's why it delivers the pages dynamically, not statically, dynamically. Of course, I think you understood. We have many scripting languages, server-side scripting languages. Of course, PHP is the main competitor of ASP, Active Server Pages, which is also, which is the language, the scripting language from Microsoft. So ASP, Active Server Pages, is also server-side scripting language. PHP is the main competitor of ASP. Now we have different versions, but I think the latestly they have we are using PHP 5. That is the latest version. I think 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. So as I said earlier, PHP code has extension .php. Okay. Now we have discussed some of the main advantages of PHP. Now we'll see some of the disadvantages of PHP. Okay, what are the disadvantages? Of course, every coin has two sides. Even PHP has advantages and disadvantages. So advantages we have discussed. Coming to disadvantages, its support to OOPS concept is weak. Okay, it has weak support of OOPS concept, like object-oriented programming support. Okay, and it has weak support on exception handling. It has weak support on thread safety, unit testing, step-through debugging, and it has poor performance when compared to rival frameworks or languages. Okay, so these are some of the disadvantages. I'm just once again repeat what the disadvantages of PHP is. Disadvantage of PHP is it has weak support in OOPS, object-oriented programming concepts, and it has weak support in exception handling. If any error occurs, how to tackle with that, how to implementing of exceptional handling is, it has weak support. Thread safety, I can't able to discuss what is thread safety whole here, but I can say that we have threads. Every program have threads in our Windows operating system. So anyway, I don't want to go to into detail of that, but we have threads. So the thread safety should be less. Testing, coming to unit testing, we have different types of testing. Anyway, that's a different concept for now. So but remember for the time being that it has weak support for unit testing, and it has poor performance when compared to some rival frameworks and languages. Anyway, so these are some of the basic I want to discuss with you. I want to tell with you. I want to explain in my tutorials. So this is one of the basics. This is what I have discussed is like some of the basics of PHP, and I think that's all for this video. And if you have any doubts, please comment so that I will able to answer your questions. And please subscribe my videos if you like my videos. Hope you understood well of my explanation. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.